what's important to understand from the example I'm about to give you, which is a true story, is not the physical techniques he used. That is so freaking secondary. What's important is what allowed him to defeat 4 guys on a train. Okay? He still, I don't remember the exact story, but for those of you who are interested, it's on our website. It's in our articles section. I describe it a bit in detail, but I'm going to explain it here. He had gotten into an argument, or something had occurred outside of the train. He stepped on the train and they followed him. So now he's sitting down and he's reading a local newspaper. So he's sitting down reading the local newspaper. Now, he's got one guy sitting behind him. He's got one guy who sat in front of him. And he's got another guy who sat over here. Okay? And he's in a train. Right? So he's reading the paper. The guy behind him came in and he was sitting down and leaned in like so, right next to him. So let's say, Danny, go on your knees and do that. So the guy came here and he's doing this, but they're being kind of rough, and this guy's mouthing off. And Danny's got the paper. Horny has got the paper. It's imperative that if you ever meet Danny, you call him Horny. It's not him, he's Dude. So anyway, but I digress. So he's got the paper, and he's sitting there, and they're starting to mouth off, hey asshole, what the fuck, that wasn't your problem out there, that was none of your business. So what Danny did is he took the paper, and there was another guy here, and there was one guy here, and I don't recall where the 4th guy was, or if it was just 3 guys, but anyway, it was a multiple attacker situation. What's important is what Danny did. He took the paper and he threw it in the air, and everybody looked up. As he did this and everybody looked up, he nailed this guy flush with an elbow. He got up and grabbed this guy and kneed him right into the face and nailed him with something else, a palm strike. And he stepped off and he started running. He just took off. He was going to go to the other cart. The other guy was completely stunned, but he got up and started chasing him. So he just, in like one swift move, turned a 3-on-1 into a 1-on-1. And he just took off to the back, and then he ended up cornered. He couldn't get to the other cart. He turned around, and he had to face this one guy. Now, what did this one guy do? Obviously, this one guy wasn't a trained fighter, because he started like swinging like a street fighter. Then he ended up jamming, and I don't know exactly what physical technique he used. That's secondary and not important. But he walked away. He ended up kneeing this guy in the face and eye gouging him and headbutt, whatever it is that he did. But what's important is the dialogue, is the natural stance awareness principle, is understanding reflexive response and understanding human behavior. Now, come here a second. Sit down. Had Danny gotten into hey guys, come on, I don't know what the fuck's your problem, man? I don't want any trouble. Had he started to try to get up, they push him back down and go, hey guys, what do you want? And had he started doing that or said, hey man, don't touch me, get your fucking hands up, he'd take a beating here, because now look. Okay? But you want to keep their guards down. So he's sitting here, and he decided to use his paper. He could have used anything else. It could have been keys. It could have been money. He goes, look, guys, what do you guys want? You guys want some money? Like, I got tons of cash on me. How about I give you some money, and we call this a day? They're going to allow you to get up and say that, because what will allow you to get up and say that, and why they'll allow you to get up and say that, is the fact that you're saying something that's going along with what they kind of not expect to hear, but want to hear. Right? So if I'm saying, guys, I got tons of money on me. You guys want cash? I got this is normal. Okay? It's not normal, but it's well, wait a minute. He's offering money. He's reaching into his pocket. What's the brain doing? It's completing a pattern. Okay? But what he did is he banked on the fact that, well, you know what? If I do this with the paper, everyone's going to look up. And that's going to give me 2 easy targets. So he tosses the paper. Everybody looks up. He eats an elbow. He eats a knee. And that's 2 guys out. Because it's a flush elbow to the face and it's a flush knee to the face. Okay? So, it's again, thanks guys. The importance is not so much in the physical technique, but in setting up the situation. How are you going to get out of there? What's going to allow you to walk away as intact as possible? And like I was saying, so many people, are looking at a fight from a purely physical perspective, or they're looking at a fight from a no-holds-barred or UFC perspective, where, no range of combat, no technique, no style, no system, no move ever won a fight. It's the person's mindset in the moment that allowed him to walk away a survivor, that made him actually use what he used to get out of the situation. And the rest was completely incidental or coincidental, whatever it was that they used. Whether it was a reverse